Back for another shoulder and arm day. In a rush again. Shocker. Probably not talk too much. I just want to get through this workout, honestly. So yeah, let's get to it. One, two, 4, 6, 7, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Oh. Oh, you're good.
I don't want to ruin your video.
No, it's aimed at me. You're fine. Oh. Nope. Oh. Got 10. Come on. Da. Blah.
Yes, I just got in the car, pressed record, screamed at the top of my lungs. No, for real though, I fucking hate that. I had both of my arm days this week. I had 2 leg days, 2 chest and back days, 2 shoulder and arm days. Both leg days went well, both chest and back days went well, and somehow both shoulder and arm days went to shit. Both times. I only got half of my workout done. I don't have OCD, but when it comes to my workouts, if I have a workout written that I need to finish and I only get halfway through it and there's things that didn't get done, I want to smash my head through a window. I really want to finish the rest of my workout. But during the week, I had to rush off and get to work, get interrupted during my workout, get talked to a lot, which that happens, that's fine, whatever. But just, I don't know, something about trying to record. Shoulder and arm days, my longest days, there's a lot to get to. Time just starts flying. I'm exhausted because I hardly slept last night. I didn't sleep well the night before my last shoulder and arm day. It just happened both times this week. It just happened to fall on both shoulder and arm days that got completely fucked up and went to shit. And it just really sucks. I just fucking hate that. Not that working out is everything. It's fine. Like, I'm just sitting in the parking lot at the gym pissed and knowing I have to rush home and hurry because I got to get ready for church after I'm just screaming fuck as loud as I can in the car. Now, it's Sunday. I never come to do the gym on Sunday, but I missed Monday because I didn't hardly sleep Sunday night. So then I missed Monday, had to make up for this, so I had to come Tuesday through Sunday. I would do a 2-a-day, but I didn't have a day off, and every day was full and busy. I need to start driving. Every day was full. Every day was just a rush and full of things to do, and I just didn't have time to do a 2-a-day, which usually I'm fine with 2-a-days. That's all good with me. It's fun. Anyway, it is what it is. I just finished 10 weeks of cutting, so I have 3 weeks to go to be done with this cut. And already driving away from the gym, I feel like, you know what, it might be for the best. Because if there's one thing you can get away with while you're bulking, okay, can the camera fucking stay on my face before I throw this bitch through a window? Hold on, give me a second here. No, you dumbass. What was I saying? It might be for the best, because something you can get away with when you're bulking is higher volume. So I feel like when you're cutting, it's a little harder to recover from such high volume, which I feel like my volume is pretty moderate in terms of cutting or bulking, because I mean, I've done like the Arnold crazy like 50 sets per workout. I've done that. I did that for a while when I was like, I don't know, 18 to like 23 maybe. And then I started getting a little more focused on like what I enjoyed and what I could really hammer out, which instead of 5-6 sets of everything, I dropped down to like 4. And then I went through a phase, as I'm sure most of you have, where you come across a shit ton of Mike Mentzer TikToks and Instagram Reels and YouTube Reels. And then I was like, you know what, I'll try it. I did like 4 months of only going to the gym 4 days a week, which is a little more Dorian Yates than Mike Mentzer, but still learned from Yates, from Mentzer from Arthur Jones, whatever. But the least I could do was like 4 days a week. I think I tried 3 days a week for like a week or two, and I was like, yeah, fuck that. But I did 4 days a week, and I was doing 1 to 2 sets tops for each movement, and only doing like 3 or 4 movements. I would say maybe I got a little heavier. I was bulking at the time. Maybe I got a little heavier over that. What was that? 4 months I did that. I don't doubt that it's worked for other people. I think it's very specific to your body type and maybe what your body's used to. I would say I gained a little weight, but I didn't gain as much strength as I should have with the weight. And I wasn't burning as many calories. So I felt like I was getting a little, I don't really know how to say it, because I don't feel like I was getting fatter. I just feel like my muscles might have been growing a bit, but it didn't feel, it sounds dumb, it didn't feel dense. I don't know really how to explain that. It's like the muscles grew and I felt a little more like water retention, maybe, not in a horrible way, but like in my muscles, but they didn't feel as dense. And when I did really high volume, I feel like my muscles struggled to grow, but they felt more firm, maybe. So I don't know. Anyway, after that, after the whole Mentor phase, I've just gotten more into kind of an in-between where I'm doing like 2 to 3 sets, and I'm, for the most part, sitting in that, outside of like any powerlifting, I'm sitting in that like 8 to 11 rep range. If I can, if I fail at like 8 or 9, that's a good weight, and then I do it until I can hit about 11. Once I can hit 12 or 13, it's time to move up in weight and then start back at 8. So I'm trying to stay in that 8 to 11 rep range. I like those numbers, and I'm starting to feel like everyone might have, I mean, that's probably obvious, but I feel like everyone might have a number. They might have like a number that's perfect for them. Not with every exercise, like with side delts, like lateral raises and rear delt flies, I'm doing like 3 sets of 20 because that's what feels good on that. And I'm not really interested in like maxing out weight. I don't think anyone really should be. That was one of my biggest issues with Mentor's thing, was doing lateral raises for sets of 8. I got up to like 35s or 40s and I was doing 8 and I was like, I feel it, but it's like I feel like my ligaments or like my joints are getting stronger, not really the muscle. I don't know. Anyway, this is just a crazy rant. Right now I'm hitting everything twice a week. I'm doing like a 3-day split, but not push-pull legs. I'm doing squat, bench dead. I'm doing leg day, chest and back, and then shoulders and arms, and then I repeat that. And I feel like I like that. I know having an arm day, like Dr. Mike Israetel said, it's kind of pointless to have just a focused arm day. I just feel like it works with my split because I like hitting legs, and then I have chest and back, and then shoulder and arm day is like kind of a break for my central nervous system before hitting legs again on Thursday. And then Friday, I feel like Friday's kind of like always just feels like coming to the end of your week, so hitting chest and back on a Friday just always feels nice. And then Saturday, usually off work, and just get to go in and just like hit shoulders and arms, which again doesn't hit your central nervous system that hard. It's not very taxing. Just go in and just feel pumped and get out. So that's what I'm doing. That works. But yeah, shoulder and arm day, both of them this week, just absolute ass. They were just horrible. I only did about half of my, good Lord, man. I only did about, but then the lighting sucks. Well, that's not horrible. First on Wednesday, I only did, or I guess Thursday because I missed Monday, whatever. On my first shoulder and arm day, I only got about half of my workout done and just felt like that sucked. But then I was like, maybe I'll make up for it this weekend. And then came today and again, really only did half of my workout. So that, again. So if I could combine both shoulder and arm days, I feel like I did one shoulder and arm day this week. Just half one day, half the next day. So that sucks, but honestly, if I'm cutting and I can only maybe handle so much volume right now, because today I felt absolutely gassed. I felt so tired the whole time, probably because of the lack of sleep, but I can feel that I lost weight. And I was already 190 last weigh-in a couple days ago, so I'm down 20 pounds, and I feel like I might be like 189, 188 right now, because I just feel lighter. I don't know, I just feel like this past week or two I've lost a lot of weight, because like I was pretty stagnant for about a month, and then sometimes when you're cutting and you're stagnant for a month or so, you can either have a refeed and see if it can like kind of reset your system and you start losing again. I didn't do that because sometimes if you just stick it out after that month, you'll drop the weight you expected to drop over the course of that month in like a week, which is what happened. I went from 210 to like 200 to 197, and then I was 197 for a month straight, And then over the past week, I went from 197 to 190. So it just all fell off. And I didn't change my diet. My calories were the same. Cardio was the same. It's just like it decided to start dropping at that point. So 3 weeks left. I need to have a little grace with myself if it's a little harder for me to hit the same volume as I've been used to, which still isn't crazy volume. I'm doing like 3 sets of every exercise, taking it as close to failure as I can with maybe like a rep in reserve, if that. Yeah, probably a rep in reserve, honestly. No, if that. Sometimes I am going to failure, and you can see that in the videos. But anyway, 3 sets of each exercise. I'm only picking like 3 exercises per body part. So I feel like 9 sets twice a week. That's 18 sets total per body part. That's still in that 10 to 20 range, which science changes on the daily. So I don't really take that so seriously. But I do feel like staying under 20 total sets, but staying over about 10 is, pretty safe to say. That's a good zone. But I don't know. I don't think my volume's crazy right now. But if I have a week where my volume drops because I'm exhausted, I just have to take it as it is. Take life the way it hands it to you and just mold it how you're able. That's not a quote, but that's what I'm saying right now, and I have 3 weeks left, so fuck it. Let's finish this cut strong. My guess, what am I right now, 190? I really don't want to get under 185, but we'll see. We'll just see where it takes us, and I'm doing 3 more weeks regardless, so hopefully I can be more consistent with the recordings, because I know this week was a little spotty, especially with shoulder and arm day, because if your workout is just really taking it from the back and you just feel like it's going to shit, sometimes just put the camera away, put the camera down, and just bust out the rest of your workout if you have to, which I did, and I still didn't get to finish just because I'm in a rush. I have to get home, but just do what you can. Don't beat yourself up too much. At least I went to the gym. At least I had a decent exercise, probably better than most people in there. Most people go in without a game plan, so at least I went in with a game plan and accomplished half of it, which for me, I hate, but it is what it is. I really want to finish these last 3 weeks strong, finish every workout well. And that's the goal. So that's what, 6 videos a week. It's 18 more videos to record, which I really want to do. I want to get every workout. I want to finish every workout, and I want everything to feel great. And just really maintain as much muscle as I can, because I already feel smaller, but I've held on to a decent amount of muscle. So anyway, thanks for listening to this encouraging TED Talk. I will see y'all Monday.